Before I start the main discussion of the second part of Sanji and the Vinsmoke family, like Kinnurikon, I hope I have entered the YouTube Hall of Fame. I would like to express how proud I am that I predicted accurately on Sanji being the third brother of Family of Assassins. The dislikes that I had from that video was a high ratio, but it did not discourage me on making other theories. I always focus on original ideas and hardly get influenced to change. For those subscribers who supported me all the way and continue to do so, I thank you guys, I thank you all. For those who hated and unsubscribed because of that Sanji theory, there's no love lost from me. I just hope next time you'll leave a constructive feedback rather than just get annoyed. Also, resubscribing would be nice. Now, let's look at all the main points in that theory. 1. Sanji is the third son, check. 2. Sanji is from a family of assassins, check. 3. The Vinsmoke family has been training future assassins, to be confirmed. 4. The trademarks is their black suits, confirmed. 5. The other brothers are Ichini, Niji, to be confirmed. 6. All have platinum blonde hair, to be confirmed. 7. Sanji will have Conqueror's Haki. 8. A search party will be after Sanji. 9. Father is the Gorosei. 10. Sanji's new power-ups will be based on the Shinto gods. And finally, one of his brothers is Killer. Now you have all that in mind, let's start the main video. I always believe in my own original ideas and never believed in that Vinsmoke Mafia story that a lot of theorists have discussed thoroughly in their videos. Other than Capone Bench being based on the Mafia, there was nothing that linked the Mafia with the Vinsmoke family. Let me explain to you who Sanji is based on to give you a better understanding of our favorite cook. Sanji is based on the famous Steve Buscemi, an American and film director from Brooklyn, New York. Sorry to disappoint you Leonardo DiCaprio fans out there. By mentioning a name is just not enough, so now I'll add the film that Steve Buscemi played in, and that true Sanji character is Mr. Pink from Reservoir Dogs. The hair, the facial hair, after the time skip and the suits, yep, that's our Sanji. By picking elements from that film and comparing to One Piece, besides the appearance of Sanji, the one and only time we can compare it is during the Arabasta arc with Baroque works. The code names from that film using Mr. in front of their names, and this includes Mr. Pink, Mr. Blonde, Mr. White, and Mr. Blue. To remind you all, the Baroque names were Mr. 1, Mr. 2, Mr. 3, and so on. Even Sanji called himself Mr. Prince when he was speaking to Sir Crocodile on the Dendenmushi. I believe that Vinsmoke was no royalty like many other theorists. I didn't even consider that they were any normal family of nobles. I did believe that they were an elite family, or why would Sanji have a wanted Oli poster? I looked at all the possibilities and different types of families, and assassins was my main conclusion. Assassins are high professionals to kill a specific target if paid the right money. Even though their work sounds immensely brutal, they are professionals, and our way to look at it is a business. To maintain a good relationship with its clients, you have to maintain a professional appearance at all times. I believe the Vinsmoke family are wealthy enough to be famous, therefore the children would have the best education trained in all other areas, which includes mannerism. As we have seen, Sanji is a true gentleman, and if there was one thing that would define the meaning of gentleman using one word from our One Piece vocabulary, that would be Sanji. If you ever seen Hunter x Hunter, have a look at the Zodiac family. This will give you a better understanding of my theory. As I previously explained, the Vinsmoke suits is their trademark. Assassin training is very intense both mentally and physically. This is the reason why Sanji's endurance is able to keep up with Zoro, who is constantly training his mind and body intensively every day. Sanji's mental state has been through a lot, and this has led to a specific weakness, but we'll go through that later. The Vinsmoke family do not train only their own family, but have trained organizations in their dark arts. Their methods have been a success with the world government with the Cypher Pole project. The dark training that Rob Lucci went through was part of their crew training. This harsh training has given an identical mindset to the Vinsmoke family, and have trained their bodies to have the same endurance to use the Rokushiki. Sanji has all the elements for us to identify that he's French. This includes being an amazing waiter, which around the world everyone knows the French are the best waiters, and the fact that all his attacks are based on French food. One thing that points to the fact that he is French is that he always uses a French brand. When Sanji wants to light cigarettes without matches, he will use a lighter, and that lighter is a Dupont lighter, one of the top lighting brands with zipper lights, and Sanji uses that French-made brand Dupont. Even Oda has cooperated with Dupont to design one. Now, I want to talk about the cigarette Sanji smokes. Besides the point that he's a chain smoker, and that is because Oda is a chain smoker and Sanji's habits reflect on himself, did you ever wondered what brand he smokes? The brand Sanji smokes pre-time skip was King Ground. This made me come to the conclusion that the Vinsmoke family are one of the top leaders in the underground world, otherwise known as one of the kings. As we already know that Doflamingo was a joker, and a joker is a card, so we believe there will be a king card. But did you know there are 4 kings in a card pack? So there is potentially 4 kings in the underworld. I mentioned that pre-time skip that Sanji uses King Ground, but do you know what cigarette brands he uses now? He uses Death. It is a foreshadow that this will be the end of the Vinsmoke family. Before I finish this theory, I'll say 2 more things. If you like Sanji like me, you know that Sanji is represented as a goat. Initially, we were told that he represented a duck, and we even saw that on Zeph's ship and his Jolly Roger. But after countless cover pages and seeing Sanji looking like a goat, I'm now coming to the conclusion on what his potential could be. The powers that he has is Baphomet, a sabbatic goat. This makes sense on understanding his powers and his sympathy for Caesar Clown, who had goat-like horns. Anyways, I won't say too much in this because I don't want to freak out too many people. Finally, as I previously mentioned in the older theory that Killer is Sanji's brother, I know a lot of YouTubers have taken that idea and made their own theories, so no love lost, but my thoughts on it remains the same. Killer is the other brother. He's basically the brother who Sanji would have become if he remained with the Vinsmoke family. Killer was wise enough to change his name, and therefore hid his appearance. His intelligence is high compared to the rest of the Kid Pirates, and this was proven when he was aware of the Ox Bell. Killer is the only famous pirate to not be based on a famous real-life pirate or any other. Oda mentioned he came up with the name because he was lazy. It makes sense. It's just a temporary name, like Jesus Burgess had the name Mr. Store when he entered the tournament during Dressrosa. The battle between Zoro and Sanji's brother Killer will be epic, and this will be the time that Sanji finally admits that he sees Zoro as a brother more than his own one. Hope you guys enjoyed this second theory of Sanji. Hope you enjoyed the video. 7,000 subs, great predictions. 2016 so far has been a great year. It's definitely year of the panda. Like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you guys soon.